All right, guys, welcome back to composition class. Happy new week. This week, you guys have a lot going on. Last week was a little bit of a shorter week, a little bit more relaxed. It was a pure work time dedicated just to you sort of getting that project off the ground. And today, we're hitting the ground running. So on Monday, you guys need to turn in a rough draft. Now, your rough draft does not have to be perfect. It does not have to be complete. It does not have to be the best thing you've ever done. It is in fact a rough draft for a reason. I should probably see about 5 pages of writing in this rough draft. So 3 to 5 pages of rough writing, right? Whatever that looks like for your project is going to be different for you, but it's sort of at that like 3 to 5 page mark, kind of rough, maybe not edited, maybe you don't have any of the visuals done. That's sort of what I'm expecting at this point for your rough draft. So that's due Monday. And then Tuesday and Thursday, in our Zoom sessions, we're going to be doing a peer feedback session. You must be present during the session to participate in the peer feedback. It is also a graded assignment. If you are not in the Zoom session, you do not get credit for this assignment. There is no makeup, there is no redo, retake. It's either you are there and you participate in the activity that is a graded activity, or you're not. Don't be late, because I'm going to be assigning small groups very quickly, and you guys are going to be going. And like I said, there isn't a makeup. So make sure you're there, make sure you're on time, make sure you're ready to roll. All right, the rest of the week is project revision and editing and work time. So you're continuing your work time, but now that you've gotten sort of a rough draft down, your job's to go back and start editing and combing through and prettying it up and adding more of the visuals and things like that. You also have an assignment that is an optional assignment due by Friday, and that's called the Rough Draft Revising and Editing Assignment. And the purpose of this assignment is maybe your rough draft wasn't so rough. It was actually really pretty decent. You have the option of going into this assignment, the optional rough draft revising and editing assignment, and using it as sort of a self-feedback element. It has all of the different parts of the rubric embedded into it, and it's getting you to look back at your work through the lens that I'm going to be using when I grade it. So it's basically telling you, okay, go back to what you've made and look at it in this category of the final rubric, this category of the final rubric, this category of the final rubric. If you were me, what would you grade it? And why? And it gets you thinking about, okay, so I've just realized that my syntax is not very good. Like, I'm not varying my sentence types at all. I haven't really been thinking about that. That's probably something I need to go back and fix. So the point is that this assignment is optional, because if you're a person who your rough draft was really rough and you just need this week to work before you turn in your final project by Monday, that's great, that's fine. But if you're a person who's like, okay, I did my rough draft's not bad, now I just need to pretty some things up, and I really want to make sure that it's the best project it can possibly be. What do I need to do to make sure I get a really good grade on this assignment? The answer is completing this optional rough draft revising and editing assignment. By doing so, like I said, you are going to be going back through your project and through the eyes of a teacher and the lens of a teacher, figuring out exactly where your project stands in each of these categories by which it will be graded. It's also extra credit if you actually complete and turn in the assignment. So that's just something to think about. If you don't turn in the assignment, because it is optional, you're just going to have an EX go in, and it's no big deal if you don't do it. So if you're like, I don't even understand the assignment, what do I do? Just don't worry about it. You don't have to do the assignment at all. You can even just look at it and use it sort of as a guide as you work through revising it. You don't have to complete the assignment. Like I said, it's just an extra thing for those of you who want it or have the time for it, okay? So to recap, number 1, rough draft due Monday. Number 2, in our Zoom sessions, you guys are going to be giving peer feedback. It is an activity that is graded. There's no makeup. 3, there's an optional assignment due by Friday that is a revising and editing, going through the rubric self-editing assignment. for you to make sure that your project is the best it can possibly be, because you guys are turning in your final project on Monday. Okay, so next week, it's done. You're turning it in. So use this week to make your project the best it can possibly be before you turn it in next week. All right. See you guys later.